Hello everyone and welcome to the demo of Wantless, which is a turn-based tactical RPG. And let's just jump right in and try it out. The last report aired 6 years ago. Alright. 99.5% of us were gone. Wantlessness is a state of perfect fulfillment, after all. Probably. They're a quiet bunch, the Wantless. Well, because they don't want anything? Most believe it's better than just living your life. Me? I desperately hope it's better than just dying. I guess we'll find out. Or potentially. It is just a demo after all. Hello, Pum. And you're in. Boy is fast asleep up here. Does he look more cheerful on the inside? Nope. Oh, hello, Aris. Not exactly beaming either. Then again, he wouldn't ask to become wantless if he was. Fair point. It's been a while. Are you feeling okay? I think so. But I could use your help remembering. Okay, drag your cursor through the screen's edges or use up, right, left, and down arrow to move the camera around. Okay, use the left mouse button on a tile to select a target position, then use left mouse button again to move. Use the left mouse button with your cursor on the gate to exit this section of the mind. It's a very thorny mind. Ew. Yeah, you got bugs in your head. Wretch. Thoughts long abandoned, forgotten. Not out of shame or growth, merely for a lack of relevance. Okay. Wretches, forsaken thoughts, aggressive. Still see them as giant insects? Human-faced giant insects. You need therapy. Your skills display here. Hover them to get more information. You'll use action points to move and cast skills in combat. Okay. I have 8. Skills have limited range. Your punch has a range of 1. So you'll have to come in to cast it. Sorry, move in. Okay. That cost 4 action points. Use the remaining 4 to strike down the wretch. Use space or press and turn to end your turn. Okay. It's his mind's turn now, and you gave the boy a lot to work with. Brace. The more you act, the harder the mind retaliates. As you spend 8 action points, your enemies also get to spend 8 action points. Interesting. Ouch. Well, take small turns to safely control enemy behavior. One of the wretches is planning to leap behind you next turn. Occupying that position will prevent its move. End your turn early to make sure your enemies only get 1 action point. Now is a good time to strike back and clear these pesky manifestations. Destroying an enemy restores 1 action point. Use this to press your advantage. Impulses are unstable entities that explode upon taking damage. They can be used to destroy your enemies. Now, certain skills can push entities around, inflicting low damage on impact. That damage is enough to detonate impulses. Alright. Nice. Choose a neural pulse. Increase your hit damage by 40% for 5 turns. Nice. This room is now clear. You may proceed to the exit. Certainly an interesting concept. Be inside someone. That's a big boy. Forgotten ego. The patient's wants are often heavily guarded. Neutralize whatever stands in your way to get to them. Okay. You can interact with patient memories to preserve them. Preserving a memory grants various buffs. This one heals you. Interacting with an entity in combat costs 1 action point and must be performed at range 1. Your turn ends automatically when you run out of action points. Oh boy. Ouch. When a memory is destroyed, the patient's instability increases, empowering enemies and randomly altering combat layout. Should instability exceed the maximum, the patient will wake up, causing the operation to fail. Okay. You can lower instability by preserving memories. Push the forgotten ego away before reaching out for other memories. Dash lets you reach faraway positions for less AP, but it cannot go through obstacles. Dash is now in cooldown. Only your basic punch can be used multiple times in a single turn. The patient is now stable again. The dousing impulse's detonation caused your enemy to become dormant. Dormant enemies will not act for the duration of the effect or until damaged. Many such persistent effects exist. Use Alt and left mouse button with your cursor on an entity to examine them and their effects in detail. Okay. Finish the fight as you see fit. The memory near the forgotten ego restores AP. What is that? So we could move here and do that. I wonder what that is. Is there anything else around here of interest? Doesn't look like it. That looks like a wafer. Let's do that. If an enemy has leftover action points, it will use Stockpile. Stockpile reserves all remaining AP plus 1 for the enemy's next turn. Oh, that's probably not good. Let's punch it a bunch. There are the boy's wands, ready to lead him into blissful slumber. When out of combat, you can interact with entities from any range. Snuff out the patient's wands. Alright. Patient wants abscised. Vitals are stable, remaining stress level 0. Pulling you back now. Okay. Transposition successful. Memory data is valuable. Preserved memories will automatically convert to tokens, currency, when transposition is complete. Alright. Aerial, strike, duo oscillation, dull unk. And that... Oh. Okay, so I get all of them. Got it. Godspeed. Ewan. Welcome back. You did well. He's asleep now, for good. And now transposition gets really intense. I'll get him to a nearby cradle. You go get some sleep. Alright. Hey, morning. Are you alright? Think so. Happy for the boy. Are we expecting patients today? Word of an ambulant transposition lab spreads like a damn pandemic. Some are already waiting. Before you get back to it, you got some synapses from the patient's mind maze. Let's do some neural forging together. It'll help you deal with that horde of wimps. A new day has dawned. You've unlocked the Neural Forge. You can now craft and equip new skills. Alright. You can always consult your current objectives here. There she is. 6 years, huh? Let me try and jog your memory. As a transposer, the Neural Forge is your most important tool. It combines special data components, synapses, into custom skills you can use during transposition. I think I'll find my way through the machine's interface. Be my guest. They were pretty bad at it back then. There are 3 types of synapses, all required to forge new skills. Form synapses determine your skill's range, shape, and number of effects it can apply. Use the left mouse button on the Aerial 1 Synapse collection to open it. The Aerial 1 Synapse causes your skill to hit in a small cross shape up to 3 tiles away. It supports up to 2 effects. Effect synapses determine what your skill does to its target and its target types, enemies and allies. The Strike 1 Synapse causes your skill to deal damage to the enemy it hits. Lastly, Efficiency Synapses determine your skill's action point cost and cooldown. The Duo Oscillation synapse sets your skill's AP cost to 2 and its cooldown to 1 turn. Once at least 1 synapse of each type is slotted, the resulting skill is previewed on the right. Fear Missile. Nice. From top to bottom, its customizable name and icon, its AP cost and cooldown, its effect, its range, and casting preview. Alright. Forge the previewed skill to proceed. Bam, bam, bam. A forged skill must be equipped before it can be used in transposition. Yeah. Your forged skills display here. Your equipped skills display here. These are the ones you'll be taking with you in transposition. Finally, here is your discipline. Discipline is the resource you use to equip skills. Each equipped skill reserves discipline while it's equipped and frees its reserved discipline when it's unequipped. A skill's discipline cost is determined by its synapses. Stronger synapses lead to higher discipline costs. A skill with a one-turn cooldown will have a lower discipline cost than a similar skill with no cooldown, for example. Should your reserve discipline exceed your current maximum discipline, you won't be able to transpose. See? Pretty easy. Almost like it's my job or something. Oh yeah? Go ahead and forge another one then, mastermind. Make it a healing skill to compensate for your habit of getting your ass kicked. Forge and equip healing skill. Using the Inner One, Cure One, and Geocycling. Nice. There we go. Transpose today's patient. Here are today's patients. None of them is looking to become wantless, just a bunch of routine operations. You'll only have time to transpose one patient and the others won't come back. Choose wisely. Look at your patient's tier, mind realm, request, and reward to determine who you want to transpose. Today's patients only differ in reward. Okay. The reward here is shuddering, strike, blunt. Okay. Diagonal. Poison is kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna go for this one. How can I share his blood? I'd suck it out if I could. Okay. Relieve the patient of one lesser spite. The patient request, your objective, displays here with the current status. Well. Okay. Lesser strife. Dreams given up, battles that should have been fought. They've known no closure, no peace, defending causes long forgotten. Long range damage. Keeps its distance. Most patients' minds ignore your presence if left alone, though there are exceptions. Tread silently to remain concealed. You are currently concealed. Your enemies will ignore your presence and either idle or wander around aimlessly. To remain concealed, you must spend limited AP each turn. Drawing too close to an enemy, attacking, or preserving a memory will also lead to detection. Approach the nearest lesser strife without going over the AP threshold or letting it detect you. Spending any more AP would lead to detection and to a lot of unnecessary damage taken. You are now in a good position to destroy one of the lesser strifes. Your move. Okay. So I could do that one. He has 70. Well, it would have to be that one. Most ranged skill casting is limited by an entity's current line of sight, including yours. Tall obstacles break line of sight. When faced with ranged enemies, ending your turn outside their line of sight can help you approach safely. Hover an enemy to display its line of sight. Okay, so I could go like there. Okay. Or not. There we go. Increase your hit damage by 40% for 5 turns. Heal up to 35% of your max HP and cleanse temporary negative effects. Sure. When a room is cleared, you become concealed again. Okay. I'm not sure where I want to be, really. If I go there. Mind your step. Tile effects such as carcass apply to entities that step on them. Hover them to know what they do. Inflict 1 intoxicate stack. Enemies grant 1 swell stack. Okay. Unfortunate, but I will. Honestly, a little bit of a waste, but that is very annoying. Ouch. It's just because I don't want to step on those. If I can help it. In regen, recovering 10% of your max HP a turn. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, Lesser Spite. In its faintest form, hatred is usually associated with specific targets. Even at such low intensities, the repressed wish that something or someone would suffer is easier hidden than cleansed. Extreme charge damage keeps its distance. Got it. Okay. Targeted charged skills. Some enemy skills, such as a Wretch's Leap, charge for a number of turns before they cast. Okay. Certain charged skills are targeted on a specific entity. Targeted skills cannot be dodged and are unaffected by line of sight. Prevent a targeted skill from hitting its target by interrupting the caster with a push or other disable effect. Okay. I guess I went over that? I wasn't really paying attention. How much does that cost? 2. I guess maybe I did. I don't know. You're being targeted by an enemy and cannot become concealed or invisible. Okay, well, that's annoying. Okay. Okay. Connection between your mind and the patient's is thinning. Aris, you okay? Yeah, this guy's mind maze feels a little unfair. Sore loser. You can use a neural ankh to re-establish the connection. When your HP reaches 0, you get disconnected. You can use neural ankh's special consumables to reconnect. On top of a neural ankh, reconnecting more than once consumes an increasing amount of awareness. Awareness is a special resource you acquire by destroying enemies. You've exceptionally been granted a lot of awareness. Okay. Reconnecting resets your enemy's action points. Finish them off before they disconnect you again. I guess that one was scripted. All undesirables eliminated. Good work, Mastermind. Pulling you back now. Alright. by successfully transposing your patient, you've earned reputation. Increasing your reputation grants multiple perks and is required to travel further. Pretty close call, this one. Failing is fine though. Patients know what they're getting into. Transposition's success rate used to be pretty low. You've earned some reputation here in Dumpstead. Nice name. We won't be able to travel further until you're at least tolerated. Alright. Morning, morning, morning! What's up with you? Lots! You've got some new synapses we can improve your skills with. And I might have gotten the mind tree up and running again. Ready to become who you could be? Open your mind tree. Brings you back, huh? Each corner of the mind tree is associated with a different combat style, but feel free to mix them together. Don't worry too much about choosing your path. You can always use a few ponder shards to change your mind later on. Open the neural force to reforge a skill. Okay. Plus 20 health, plus ranged hit damage, and discipline. Discipline. Okay. I mean, I don't think 20 health is going to do a lot. Let's do discipline. Choose confirm to allocate your learning points or revert to cancel. Alright. Synapses aren't lost when used to compose skills. Click an existing skill to swap its synapses or disassemble the skill to reuse its components. Transpose patients and earn reputation in Dumpstead. Can we add a poison to this one? Yes. Cool. Well, honestly, I think I am going to end this video here. If this looks at all interesting to you, then why not check it out on Steam? Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!